And here we are streaming live right now, Z100.com with Miss Demi Lovato. Come.
Hi.
You look fantastic.
Thank you so much.
I like your hair.
Thanks.
Your hair looks amazing. I saw it on the MTV special, too, the interview. Your hair looked great. I was like, wow, look at her hair. Her hair looks different. I like it.
Thank you.
Nice. Whirlwind. First of all, we got to talk about the special on MTV.
Mm-hmm.
So raw, so real, such an intimate glimpse into what you've been going through. And I watched it twice. And I tweeted about it, and people were giving me crap because, like, I never put out serious tweets, and I was just like, this is really inspiring. And people were like,
thank you.
JJ, where's the punchline? There is no punchline. It just was very inspiring. You can clap if you want to. I mean, it was just really just... Other artists who've gone through similar situations, they don't want to. They feel like they might tarnish their image, or I'm worried about what people might think of me, and it kind of things remain secretive, and they don't talk about these things. But because you did, a lot of people can kind of recognize if they have a similar circumstance, they can learn from it, and you've helped a lot of people, and you really deserve a lot of credit for everything that you did. And actually, so
thank you guys so much. Thank you.
I mean, I'm sure there was a lot of stuff we didn't see, but having that camera follow you around, I mean, I'm sure, like, you must have been a reality show fan for a long time, and then when you got that following you 24/7, what was that like?
I felt like a Kardashian. Like, I don't know. I wasn't used to, like, having cameras around all the time, and I'm the type of person that, like, doesn't like a B-roll camera. So, like, whenever there's a camera, like, anyways, like, just catching some behind-the-scenes stuff, I'm like...
For those that don't know, B-roll is when they just kind of shoot you when you're just, like, you know, eating cereal or chewing gum or just hanging out, not talking.
Like, just behind-the-scenes stuff at, like, music videos and photo shoots and things like that. I'm the type of person that's like, I hate B-roll, turn that thing off. Like, I don't know, it's just uncomfortable to me. So, like, doing this is kind of stepping out of the box, and it was out of my comfort zone, but it was definitely an experience, and it was for the better.
Did you find yourself, you know, like, oh, I have to wear this shirt, okay, I look better in this shirt, okay, my hair has to... Well, you were at least spending more time because you knew, you know, it just... Even if you try to not focus on that, you can't help it.
Even if you try to not focus on it, you're still like, okay, I need to wear a little bit of makeup because this will be on MTV. So, but there was one day where I was, like, really sick, and I had, like, bronchitis, and it just was a mess, and my manager came in and was like, if you really want the world to see you how you really are, then you won't put on makeup right now. You will just stay in your sweats, and you'll let the camera shoot you like this. So I did, and I was proud of it. So
yeah, and you still look fantastic.
Thank you.
Even my wife, she doesn't have any makeup on, and she still looks perfect. My wife's like, I hate my life. She looks amazing. You know, a lot of women just thought, wow, she still looks good. And the music they used behind it, very dramatic music used in the special, too.
Yeah,
so
it was pretty intense.
These, like, you know, just synth pads playing behind you.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God,
it can totally change the entire vibe of it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if it had, like, Seinfeld's bass in the background.
Or, like, circus music. That would have changed.
Yeah.
It would have been amusing, you know? But it was so raw and so real. And one thing a lot of people learned about you, you love yourself some hip-hop, don't you?
I do.
Love the Rick Ross on the tour bus with something, and you're like, I love how you, like, muted the curse word.
I muted the curse word.
I don't want them to see me mouthing any words.
Well, there's a few words that I will never say, and that one of them was on there.
On camera.
On camera.
On camera. I'm sure you stubbed your toe in the middle of the night and said a few words that people would be shocked that you even have in your vocabulary.
I have very few limitations. My mom will attest to that.
Can you swear in front of your family members, or is it weird?
No, I do all the time. I try to teach my little sister bad words.
Oh my God. You're like a
4 and
of dirtiness.
Madison, say bitch.
Oh my God.
She wouldn't do it.
Watching you.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, people are.
And I'm a role model.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. To the masses. I mean, obviously. Look at how many people are in here right now. Look at all these.
Thank you.
She is a role model. All these people skipped school to be in here right now. They're learning from you. I don't need school. I need Demi. She teaches me everything I need. Give him some words. No, don't. Let's jump in the chat right now. We have a lot of questions. People were hitting up Z100.com, keyword Demi, and asking questions all week long, so we'll go into a couple of these right now. Let's see. Camellia asked, how do you stay positive in general when you're stressed out?
I stay positive in general by trying to shift my thinking into, like say I'm having a bad day and things just aren't going my way. I just try to, like, make the best out of every situation, and sometimes it's really hard, and sometimes it doesn't work, and sometimes I just want to stay mad at the world. Hence, like, me being 19, but, like, I don't know, I just try to shift my thinking and think more positively.
Skinny Love on Twitter saying, Demi, it's Alice. I want to know how you get through every day. You're my inspiration. You just kind of said it, so That's how she does it. She stays positive when she can. But you have to recognize, too, not everything's going to be flowers, rainbows, and unicorns. You're going to get angry, you know?
No, of course. And, like, you know, yesterday was a perfect example. Like, just I had something happen to me, and I just was, like, uncomfortable about it, and I could have easily let that ruin my day. But instead, I was just, you know, I was like, I'm not going to let this ruin my day.
Can I guess what happened to you?
You probably won't guess what happened to me.
Oh, no, I can guess what happened to you.
Okay, what?
You were in a public restroom, and you slipped on the floor. And you fell into the toilet, but only your arm, and then you were stuck, and someone had to help you.
And then someone flushed it down the toilet.
And that's what happened, yeah.
So
and all your jewelry, this is all new jewelry you bought on Canal Street because all the stuff you had on your hand before got flushed yesterday. That's what happened to you.
You were so close.
See,
how did you know?
Because I know, because I'm psychic.
My arm turned blue. Like
that's what happened, yeah.
Married
yeah,
from the
well, at least you
water.
weren't on an airplane. That would have been horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, too, when you're doing, it's hard to maintain the stuff when you're an artist and you're doing press and you have, like, shows like the Today Show and you're up at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. and you're supposed to be the positive person all day long and smiles and...
I just did the Today Show and I had to get up at, like, whatever ungodly hour it was.
That's what it said on your iPhone when you woke up. It said whatever ungodly hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Right, yeah. And I was so sick, and I did it anyways. So I didn't let that ruin my day, you know, I just try to stay more positive.
And when you go there, are you excited to, like, you know, see Ann Curry and all the people on the Today Show, like people you've seen in the morning when you've had to be up for something, you know these people?
Of course.
Sal Roker, do you freak out still or no?
It's weird. It's like going into, you know, your television set and, like, talking to the people you grew up seeing. It's really interesting.
Another question here from Casey Fitzsimmons. Like you, she writes, I'm a big Kelly Clarkson fan, and we learned she's a major inspiration, Kelly Clarkson, to you.
Yes, definitely.
You love yourself some Kelly. She recently covered Skyscraper at one of her shows. What song of Kelly's would you like to cover yourself, and why?
First of all, her covering Skyscraper was, like, the biggest dream come true. Like, I can't even tell you how awesome that felt. So, it was amazing, and yeah, I'm super thankful for that. But if I could cover a Kelly Clarkson song, it would probably be Stronger, because it's, like, I don't know, it's one of her new songs. And
that's an anthem for everything, a bad relationship.
Yeah, it's so good.
Them bringing you the wrong food at Chili's. That's like for every single thing in your life, that song. I got nachos instead of potato skins. I'll be stronger. I'll just eat these. I'm not going to send it back.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, including potato skins.
They never killed anybody. Not at all. Interesting question from Marco Antonio Pareche Cordova. Hey, Demi.
Wow.
I tried. That's the best. That's my Rosetta Stone. Demi.
That was like one of my cousin's names.
Oh, really? Okay. Then you should know this answer. They want to know, Marco would like to know when you're going to do a CD in Spanish. You sing so beautiful in Spanish.
Oh, thank you.
How do they know that?
It's funny. Well, I have, like, 2 songs in Spanish.
Okay.
But I don't know what the hell I'm saying.
No, it's not.
I don't know what I'm doing, and, like, I have to have, like, someone who's, like, speaks fluent Spanish, like, coach me on how to say every single word. But eventually, like, I get it done, and it sounds like I speak Spanish, and it's cool, and I can fake it. But I probably will do like a Spanish album one day. I don't know when. As time goes by, I like to, like, do my singles in Spanish or, like, learn more Spanish songs. So, yeah, I just hopefully one day I can, like, have a crossover album. I think that'd be really cool.
I lived in Dallas for a couple of years, and it seems like the older generations got so disappointed when the grandkids didn't know Spanish. They would just be like, you are shaming you don't know any of this. You don't know why your birth name is this and your middle name is this and why your cousin did this. They get really upset when you don't know the language.
Exactly.
So it's like, especially at family gatherings, it's like a shameful, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe if we saw the special and, you know, when you're eating food, you know, you look kind of upset, maybe it was because you had just been shamed by, like, you know, a cousin going, why don't you know any Spanish? What's up with that? You know?
Probably
that could have been it. Yeah. Yeah. Do you find family gatherings pleasing, or do you have cousins who, like, are handing you demo tapes? Do you have that kind of situation with your family where it's like you become the center of attention?
Yeah, at first, like, people would show up and they're like, I'm your cousin. I'm like, no, you aren't. I've never seen you before.
How are you?
Yeah. So at first I was, like, really uncomfortable and I didn't want to go to any family gatherings, but now it's gotten to the point where, like, we keep it very, very close family, like, so that things uncomfortable like that don't happen.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I love how you weeded out the family. You know, we just have a good part of the family now. We don't have the
Well, we have,
members.
like, you know, the ones that aren't going to slip me demo tapes or ask me for autographs while I'm eating my turkey on Thanksgiving.
The unneedy part of the family, they roll up. They're okay at Thanksgiving. Question here in the chat room from Anna Beatrice Mendez. What's the most, quote, rock and roll thing you've ever done? The most rock and roll thing you've ever done.
What's the most rock and roll thing I've ever done?
Do you break things?
I break things.
Trash hotel rooms?
I've trashed dressing rooms. just for like the hell of it. Like,
what causes you, now roll through this with us here real quick. What causes you to go through a beautiful dressing room? They got you flowers. There's a nice assortment of, hard candy.
Well, here's the story.
Yes.
I was a vegetarian like for a year.
It's a long time to be.
Such a long time.
Yeah, a rabbit.
Like I was a vegetarian, and there was like all this meat like in my dressing room, and my band came in, like sandwich deli meat.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that sounded
I
so wrong.
There's like a side of beef hanging in the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
The
there
Lady
was just,
Gaga's in there with her meat dress, and then.
Yeah. No, but there was like all this deli meat, and so like I got really bored, and I like to throw things when I'm bored.
Sure.
So like I just like was trying to catch the deli meat on the ceiling.
That's awesome. I respect that.
And it got stuck, and then I was doing it for fun, and we would see who could like make the highest. Like,
you don't know, that's an Olympic sport in certain countries. So you actually can qualify for the Olympic Games for throwing, salami on the ceiling. And what, it stuck there for 10 seconds, then fell on your bass player's head? What happened there?
It ended up like turning into kind of a food fight, which was fun.
That's hot.
But that's, I don't know, I've done some
hot.
pretty rock and roll things that, I don't know, that I probably shouldn't talk about.
Okay. There's a statute of limitations. She'd rather not. That's another special coming in a couple years. we got through all that. Wow. Love from the Philippines. I love these screen names that are created. Lovatic, what's it say? Lovatic Geese from the Philippines says, hi, Demi. So you should say hi back to her because she said hi. Okay. Along with unregistered Sylvia. Perriette says she's so stoked to see you right now, and everybody's really excited that you're here. A couple other questions as I look through right now. Interesting. Oh, I love these too. People from different countries want to know if you love their country. Do you love Brazil?
I do love Brazil.
Like she's gonna say no. No, no.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling Brazil. No. Were there any countries you ever traveled to where you had like a predetermined notion of what the country's going to be like, but then you were just so amazed? Do you want to go and experience countries when you travel worldwide?
Yeah, definitely.
And not just hang out in the hotel and do things?
No, I definitely want to explore, I haven't been to many countries. Like I've been to, I guess, a lot, like, but I haven't been to like a lot of Europe or Asia or Australia and things like that. Like, people expect me to have traveled more in my career, but I just haven't. But I've gone to South America a lot, and before I first went down there, everyone was like, it's crazy, like all the fans there are like so stoked, and the concerts are going to be really crazy, and I was like, yeah, okay, like whatever. So I went, and I just expected them to be like, just a normal audience, but they are crazy.
What made it over the top? What they wore, what they did, what they yelled?
So, like when they're outside of your hotel, they'll like chant your name and
like a soccer game.
all
I've heard this.
night long. So I'll be like on the 14th floor and I'm trying to go to sleep and my name's being called out or my song's being sung, and it's like such like it's not a problem to have because it's like so awesome.
But still.
But it's kind of like this doesn't happen in America. It's really funny.
You're trying to sleep and you hear black and made of glass. In the accents. Sky. Okay, thank you. You know all the words. I'm trying to sleep.
It's really funny.
And you do the whole, peek out the window and wave at them and hope that you don't drop anything by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And they just chant more. You're just egging them on. I'm sure if you've ducked your head out the window. Another question here from Ikra Gall. When you're going through a rough time, what advice would you give people? Well, you kind of already did that. Is there anything, do you find, like, when something stresses you out, do you stop, take a deep breath, and then assess the situation and move forward?
Not always, because I don't want to.
Okay.
But I try to, and then there's times where, like, for instance, this morning, like, I needed to do meditation, and I, like, didn't want to do a meditation. Like, I just was like, I'm in hair and makeup, like, I need to get things going, but, like, I just realized that it could, like, help me later on in the day. So I was like, okay, no matter what, I'm going to stop hair and makeup, just meditate for a second, and then get back into my routine.
It's amazing you find the quiet to even do that. It's so hard. When
you have to. It's like your life is so crazy that you just have to, like, find moments where you can have complete serenity.
Is that TM that you do, or is that another form of meditation?
No, it's just, like, listening to audio tapes where, like...
That's cool.
Or not tapes, I guess those don't exist
What
anymore.
are cassette tapes? I don't know what you mean.
Just, like, MP3s, yeah, things like that. So.
Cool. This one from Amanda Soziak. She writes, hi, Dimitra, te amo. I'm so white. With cameras pointed at you wherever you go, all wondering what you're going to do next, how do you lead a normal life? Movies, hanging out with friends, chain restaurants, fine dining. How do you do that?
I don't know. I find, like, that if you don't really wear the flashiest clothes.